Pipeline Hazardous Materials Safety Administration. The Pipeline Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, Department of Transportation of the United States of America, and investigator. The Office of Hazardous Material Enforcement Operation Manual. Chapter 3. Chapter 3, Office of Hazardous Material Enforcement, Section 3.1, Enforcement Program Mission. The mission of Office of the Hazardous Material Enforcement, OHME, is to promote safety in the hazardous material transportation throughout inspection, enforcement, outreach to reduce incident, accident, death, injuries, property damage attributed to the unsafe manufacture, maintenance, hazardous materials, packaging, and shipment, and therefore adherence to the guidelines specified by the manual will enhance your ability to accomplish the important mission. Section 3.1 or 3.2, the PHMSA mission. The PHMSA primary mission is under the federal hazardous law to protect national adequately against the risk to life and property which inherit the transportation of hazardous materials and commerce of Code Chapter 49, U.S. Standard Code 51001. To accomplish the mission is not enough the safety regulations develop that there must be compliance and the risk of PHMSA investigators determine the compliance with the safety standards inspection commercial entities the office that offer hazardous material for transportation, manufacture, rebuild, repair, recondition, or retest package under the used to transport hazardous material, handle intermodal transportation hazardous material. To do this, the most effective PHMSA enforcement uses internal and external data to evaluate the risk, prioritize the efforts according to the risk of the general public. While the primary mission of PHMSA, Hazardous Material Enforcement Management, or Hazardous Material Enforcement Program, is to gain in compliance with the hazardous material regulations, PHMSA is committed to having a regional office serve as a contact point of the state and local enforcement organization. PHMSA regional staff are available to provide having training and technical assistance to the states when requesting conducting hazardous materials compliance inspections of the shipper and the other similar facilities. The PHMS regional investigator engage the various outreach of activities of federal, state, industry operations and to foster the compliance with the regulation. Investigator appears in addition at industrial meetings to provide information and answer questions. Finally, investigator conduct similar workshop to specific industrial groups of particular compliance issues. In Section 3 of the OHME mission statement. Under the direction of the director of the OHME, they advise the associates of the administrator of the HMS on policy development and program requirements of safety enforcement of hazardous material regulation, evaluates data from internal and external sources to identify the risk of hazardous material transportation, advise the associate administrator for the HMS for proposed action to mitigate the risk, coordinates with the other agencies to leverage research to accommodate safety and objectives, conducts inspection and investigations to determine compliance with federal hazmat law and HMR, including the special permits approval and issued there under. Investigation incidents determine if non-compliance within the HMR was contributing factor in the incident or if modification to the HMR is necessary. Prepares reports of evidence, recommendations, enforcement actions to the Office of PHMSA Chief Counsel, Assistant Office of the Chief Counsel in a preparation of civil criminal enforcement actions provided by technical expertise in administrative judicial proceedings, established to maintain liaison administrative and department federal agencies, local enforcement organization concerning inspection enforcement materials pertaining to hazardous materials transportation, advise the whole Office of Hazardous Material Standards concerning the enforcement of the proposed existing regulations. Chapter 4.